as what we think of as uke here, you might think that you're grabbing because you're going to do something to them. Okay? So you wouldn't be grabbing in some kind of sloppy way. You'd be holding on in a way that you had control. And if you come in to grab and throw me, it has a very different tonality than when you're, quote unquote, being uke. You know, you're there and you're committed in your energy to what's going on here. There's no abstractness about it. And so I used to use the phrase, always nage. Always nage. You don't ever become, oh, I'm the uke now. No, I'm coming in to throw. Well, oh, that's surprising. Which is exactly what somebody would find if they were expecting a clash and all of a sudden you're blending with them. So I was always trying to develop this spirit in uke where you're trying to get me if you can. And so that the nage doesn't become complacent, because you know how fake this is. She's not going to hurt me, so I can be sloppy or something like that. And she's not gonna, so you can. It's totally fake. But if we want the practice to change who we are, I think we have to play in a different way. We have to play that it's real, even though we know that it's not. So, well, it's not really real, so I'll just grab on you. Go ahead, do your practice. Well, who cares? You want to talk about the movies? Okay, now I've got to deal with her. Okay? Or if she wants to punch me with the other hand, easy. Now I've got to deal with her. She's just standing there like I can stand there too. Now I've got to respond to what she's giving me. And that's what I'm asking my partner to do, is give me something to respond to. Give me something to practice harmonizing with. Give me a loving attack, meaning, yeah, don't hurt me, but put some pressure on me so that I can practice harmonizing with it. Again, if you don't, quote unquote, lovingly attack me, I really don't have anything to practice with. If you hostilely attack me, one of us is going to get hurt. So how do we develop a practice where we develop who and what we are? When he said, understand Aikido first as budo, first as a warrior's development, then as a way to reconcile the world and make human beings one family, or to create the one world family. He didn't want us in some kind of weak place trying to have everybody be nice and do something like that. He wanted us to have some power, and our kindness and love comes out of that. There was something about Jesus saying, turning the other cheek had to be an option for you. If it was the only path you had in front of you, you weren't turning the other cheek. Or, I like the way one of the Aikido teachers said it, if you can't hit, you can't choose to not hit. You just can't hit. So developing that strength, I think, was a very important part of his work with us, so that we don't operate in minus numbers, because out of fear, the compensatory reaction is our aggressiveness, and neither one of those, plus or minus numbers, is what we want. We're looking for a zero here. I don't have to hit, but I could. My power's there, and my power's there in a certain sense, so if I don't want her to fall, I can protect her. If I don't have that power, if I'm somewhere else, no way to give loving protection to anything or anyone. I don't have any power. I can't choose to help. I just can't help. So developing this strength and this power and working in harmony from a place of power, where you have the option to be aggressive or harmful or whatever, you have the option to avoid or run or whatever it is. They're there. You have the power to do whatever seems best in the situation. And the chances are, the more you're in your power, the less likely you are to hurt someone unintentionally, And actually, the less likely you are to hurt someone intentionally.